What is the best team composition in Forefront VR? Is there a way to practically guarantee a victory in Conquest? And what are some of the barriers to effortless wins? In this video, we will go over my personal suggestions for the most efficient fire teams, strategies, and skills to win a Conquest game in Forefront. Quick disclaimer, these ideas are all just my personal opinion. If you are a Forefront VR veteran, you may have different strategies and ways to play that work for you. My word is not law. Second, this video is intended for all audiences, including those who are new to gaming and VR, so some of what I might say may seem rudimentary. Okay, let's get into it. There are 4 classes in Forefront: Assault, Engineer, Medic, and Recon. Assault has the better weapons and is best meant to be on the front lines, claiming objectives. Engineers have the repair tool, anti-air or RPG. They are meant to be flying the helicopters and driving the tanks. Medics are support for Assault. They are dropping heals while Assault is dropping ammo, making for the perfect pair. Finally, Recon is the sneaky sniper with the spawn beacon and zip lines. A good Recon can make or break your team. These 4 classes, if played well and strategically, can easily overcome a chaotic and confused enemy. So, what is the ideal fire team? Well, honestly, a good fire team is a combination of 2 fire teams, aka 8 people. There is not a lot 4 people can do, even if they are communicating well. They can claim an objective, but if they leave it and their teammates suck, that objective will just be overrun after they leave. But 2 fire teams with objectively good dynamics and skills can win the game. Ideally, all the fire teams are working together, but that may be too optimistic. So for now, let's say there are 2 fire teams who have common sense enough to work together and run the best loadouts. First, at least 2 of the 8 people must be engineers. That way, if your objective is being completely mowed down by a little bird, you can take that heli out ASAP with a double lock. There should be 1 engineer in each fire team, if not more. 1 engineer needs to be in every tank and little bird. They are essential for repairs. I cannot emphasize that enough. The best tank combo is 2 engineers, and the best heli combo is 2 engineers. The driver of the tank doesn't necessarily have to be an engineer if the gunner is an engineer. But ideally, there are 2 engineers from 2 different fire teams, more on that later, working together. Imagine that there is a little bird in the sky, mowing down your teammates, and both engineers are in the tank. First, the gunner hops out of the tank and locks. The heli pops flares. Gunner hops back into the tank while the driver locks on the heli and gets the shot. Driver hops back in, gunner hops back out, locking the heli and taking it down. Or, if they're in a safe area with no enemies, they can be out of the tank at the same time and coordinate the double lock. Finally, whoever is piloting the heli or tank must know what they're doing. They have to know how to drive the heli, or they have to know how to drive the tank. Driving a tank may seem easy until you are in the middle of an objective, letting the enemy stick C4 on you like it's a new accessory. Next, 1 out of the 8 people must be a Recon. Getting at least 1 fire team a spawn beacon in an ideal spot is imperative. Spawn on the spawn beacon.
Alright, test the spawn
I
beacon.
die immediately when I spawn on the spawn beacon. I'm gonna be very upset. Okay, you know what? Not bad.
Good spawn beacon?
Yeah, I didn't die immediately. But that was due to my own skill.
Yeah.
On defense, a Recon can spawn in a hard-to-reach place and snipe enemies attempting to claim an objective. If there are too many enemies, her teammates can spawn in on that beacon and come to the rescue. On offense, the spawn beacon can drastically shorten the time it takes for a teammate to get back into the fight, especially if the objective isn't claimed. Having 2 Recons is okay, 1 in each fire team, but no more than that. I know everyone wants to be that cool sniper, but it just is not ideal to have a fire team full of snipers who sit back and get a random kill here and there, which does not contribute to the actual win. Next, 4 out of the 8 people should be Assault. Somebody has to be on the ground taking out the enemy. If they are near an engineer, they can also provide more anti-air ammo if needed. They are the ones holding down the objectives, clearing out the enemies, and winning the firefights. However, 3 out of 8 people being assault is okay too if you need 3 engineers. It just depends how many vehicles you have access to.
Is there a medic over here?
Then 1 out of the 8 people should be a medic. However, they are not completely necessary and can be swapped out for assault, engineer, or recon instead. In my experience, medics are helpful, but mostly in Rush, not as much in Conquest. In Rush, there are choke points in which your teammates are taking hits, and a medic can drop heals to keep them in the fight. However, in Conquest, your fire teams are spread out across the map, so medics are not as needed. The medic must be able to be good at engineer or recon as well, because they may not be needed as a medic and we'd be better off assisting in other ways. Okay, so that is the fire team composition. 2 engineers, 1 recon, 4 assault, and 1 medic. Or another combination, 3 engineers, 1 recon, and 4 assault. Now for some quick strategy suggestions. Fire teams cannot communicate to other fire teams unless they are within proximity chat range. This can be difficult, as the objectives are kind of far away from each other. That is why I suggest having at least 2 fire teams working together by swapping out a teammate. For example, 2 engineers from each fire team being in the heli or tank together. Imagine you are in the heli and you see Objective E being approached by a huge enemy force. You can tell your 3 other teammates to head over there, but to what end? They might not be able to fight off the enemy. However, if you have your 3 teammates head to E to provide resistance, and then have the other fire team claim Objective D that the enemy left behind, you are now working strategically. Then, if Objective D is easily captured, you can coordinate a pinching maneuver and take out the enemy at E as well. The reason I suggest having 2 engineers working together from different fire teams is because they are more likely to meet while waiting for a vehicle to spawn at HQ. If their heli is shot out of the sky, the 2 engineers can spawn back at HQ together and take a tank or the next heli. With this strategy, 2 fire teams can work together by communicating through the 2 engineers. Okay, that is all the suggestions I have for this video, but I have so many more recommendations in mind, like how to keep objectives that you've won, which objectives to claim first, and so much more. If you are interested in this discussion, whether it's just for fun because you like strategies, or you think I'm stupid and should make different suggestions, let me know in the comments and we can go from there. Also, check out my other videos on Forefront.